Good evening, Roshni. Good evening, Tricks of Mobile. Good evening, Harshit. A very good evening to everyone. How's everyone? How are you? Yes, good evening. Good evening, Harshit. Very good evening. And आज हमको study करना है the digestive system, the last class of taste and digestion, where we will be studying about the digestive system. Hello, Nilesh. Good evening. A very good evening to everyone. So before starting, everyone, quickly, good evening, Rudra. What you have to do not forget to like the live session. If you find the sessions useful, good evening, Harshit. Very good evening to everyone. Okay, so let us start the today's session. क्या study करना है हमको? We have to study and discuss about. I think we need to zoom it a little more. Yes. Good evening, Mokshana. Good evening, Akash. A very good evening to everyone. Okay, so let's get started. Today we have to study about digestion. Okay, good evening, Aditya. Aditya Kumar Jha, roll number 7. Good evening, Adinil Kanan. Good evening. Okay, so let's get started. Topic था हमारा taste and digestion. And in the taste and digestion हमको mainly क्या study करना है? Mainly we have to study about digestive system. What you have to study about mainly we have to study about digestive system. You have joined Telegram channel, that will be a good thing. Good, Harshit. Then Saurabh, hello. Good evening, Adanil. Good evening, Chaturya. Good evening, Roshni. Hello, Sangeeta. And good evening, Harshit. A very good evening to everyone. Then no beta, this is actually for class 6, but we are going to study this a little more detail. Okay, so everyone getting connected with the session for the first time, क्या करोगे आप? Make sure to subscribe the channel Knowell Bell, press the bell notification, and if you find the live sessions useful, make sure to like them. There are 18 of you. Okay, you still can't get the PDF. Okay, don't worry, Mokshangna. You get the number. Screen पे आपको number दिख रहा है. Message me there. I'll provide you the PDFs there. Okay, I will provide you there. Good evening, Rudra Gaming. So let's get started. Digestive system. We discussed about digestion. हमने already discuss किया था what is digestion, and in that we got to know what is digestion. Digestion is the process of breakdown of food into simple absorbable forms. What is digestion? Digestion is the breakdown of food into a simple absorbable form. Okay, Meenal. So what is digestive system? Digestive system is a system of various different organs present in our body. And digestive system किसमें help करता है? Digestive system helps in breakdown of food and in the absorption of food. What we discussed yesterday, digestive system is consist of two parts. It is consist of how many parts? It is consist of two parts. What are the two parts of digestive system? First one is alimentary canal. What is the first part of digestive system? The first part of digestive system is alimentary canal, and the last part of digestive system, the second part of digestive system is digestive glands. Okay, so there are these two things, alimentary canal in there, and as well as what is there, increase the resolution, Harshit, from 140 auto P, increase it to 720 or 480, the resolution will get better. Okay, good evening, Vanshika. Thank you, Aditya. So digestive system कितने parts से बना है? Digestive system is made up of two parts, alimentary canal and digestive glands. One by one we have to study about each one of these. हमको alimentary canal के बारे में भी study करना है, and we have to study about digestive glands as well. Okay, so let's get started. First we will discuss about digestive. Good evening, Rashmi. First we will discuss about alimentary canal, and then we will start with digestive glands. Okay, so the first part of digestive system, yes, इसके notes आपको मिलेंगे वंशिका, but what I'll say is आप साथ साथ में भी notes लेते जाइए. Don't depend on my notes. Always make a habit to take your own notes. Okay. Good evening, Navya. Light is coming on the board. Let me check. Now it is fine, Harshit. Okay, so let's get started with the alimentary canal. So first thing about alimentary canal, you have to keep in mind that what is the opening of alimentary canal? The opening of alimentary canal is mouth. Opening of alimentary canal. What is the opening of alimentary canal? Opening of alimentary canal is mouth. Okay. Alimentary canal की opening कहाँ से होगी? Opening of alimentary canal is mouth. After that, what happens? Mouth opens into buccal cavity. सबसे पहले the first opening of alimentary canal is mouth. जब भी आप food eat करते हो, you place the food in mouth and mouth opens into oral cavity और buccal cavity. कहाँ पे mouth open होता है? Mouth opens into oral cavity और buccal cavity. Where does mouth opens into? Mouth opens into oral cavity or buccal cavity. Okay. So this is the opening of alimentary canal. Now one by one हम each element के बारे में study करेंगे about the alimentary canal. So the first was oral cavity. First is oral cavity. What is the other name of oral cavity? Oral cavity is also referred to as buccal cavity. It is also called as buccal cavity. So if in exam the question says oral cavity or if in case the question says buccal cavity, don't get confused. आपको confuse नहीं होना है because oral cavity as well as buccal cavity are the name of the same thing. So oral cavity is also called as buccal cavity. Okay. Now, what are the different structures present inside oral cavity or buccal cavity? Inside oral cavity or buccal cavity, what is present? Inside oral cavity, following structures are present. What is present inside oral cavity? Inside oral cavity, these following structures are present. अब ये structures क्या होंगे? These structures are first one. आपके mouth, आपने mouth open किया. Inside your mouth, oral cavity is present. Oral cavity में कौन से structures हैं? Very importantly, in the oral cavity, we have one structure that is teeth. Okay, teeth are there in the oral cavity. Similarly, you have tongue in the oral cavity. After that, you have salivary glands in the oral cavity. तो mainly आप क्या याद रखोगे? Mainly keep in mind these three structures: teeth, tongue, and gland. What are the three structures present in oral cavity? Teeth, tongue, and salivary glands are the three structures that are present in oral cavity. Harshit, yes, we do. So you can contact me on the number that you are seeing on the screen. Okay. So inside oral cavity, teeth, tongue, and salivary glands are present. तो सबसे पहले हम किसके बारे में बात करेंगे? Let us first talk about the teeth. Okay. Now, what is the main function of teeth in our body? Everyone, try to take guess. Why do we have teeth in our mouth? What can be the function of teeth? What is the necessity? Teeth क्यों present होते हैं? What must be the need of teeth? Yes, teeth, tongue, and salivary gland. So sorry, Mokshangna. Okay, from this time I'll not erase that this quickly. Okay, so teeth, tongue. What can be the use of teeth? हम ये बात कर रहे थे. Why are teeth present? To chew anything. Very good, Harshit. Okay, to chew anything. Okay, what is the main function of teeth? Teeth help in chewing the food. Whenever you eat something, what is the first thing you do? You start chewing. जब भी आप कुछ eat करते हो, what is the first thing you do? Chewing of food. So what is the main function of teeth? The main function of teeth is chewing of food, or yes, you can call the cutting of food. Yes, chewing of food. Correct, Dharam Prakash, Harshit. Then Sheetal is also correct. Very good. Meenal is also correct. To chew. Main function of teeth is the chewing. Now, how many teeth are present in humans? In adult humans. This everyone should know. How many teeth are present in adult humans? How many teeth are there? 32. Teeth are present. How many teeth are present in adult human? In adult humans, 32 teeth are present. Very good. Correct, Rizwan, Nilesh, Dharam Prakash. Then Meenal, everyone is correct. Yes, in adult human, 32 teeth are present. Then teeth are of how many type? Teeth are of 4 type. In the humans, 4 types of teeth are present. What are the names of these 4 types of teeth? First one is molars. Second one is premolars. Third one is canines. Fourth one is incisors. 4 types of teeth कौन से होंगे? The 4 types of teeth present in human are molars, premolars, canines and incisors. Yes, I am not going to erase. Write it down everyone, okay? So the 4 types of teeth we have are incisor, premolar, canines and incisors. So teeth फूड को च्यू करने के लिए हेल्प करते हैं. इन एडल्ट ह्यूमन देयर आर 32 टीथ प्रेजेंट. टीथ आर ऑफ 4 टाइप इन ह्यूमन: इंसीजर, कैनाइन्स, मोलर्स एंड प्रीमोलर्स. And most importantly, where are teeth present? In the humans, teeth are present inside the buccal cavity. This much is clear. Any difficulty in this? You can ask. And also by the time, write it down. No difficulty. Okay. The second part, the second structure that is present inside of the oral cavity is your tongue. Okay, your tongue. What is the main function of tongue? What is the main function of tongue? Tongue, it helps to speak. Tongue helps us to speak. In the speech, tongue plays a very important role, and additionally, yes, just one line I am going to raise, okay? And additionally, what is the function of teeth? Tongue is a tasting organ. What is tongue? Tongue is the tasting organ of body. So whenever you eat something sweet, how you get to know you are eating sweet thing or you are eating sour thing? It is due to tongue. So tongue helps us to speak. Then tongue is the tasting organ. Okay. So this is important. Then after this, over the surface of tongue, what is present over the surface of tongue? Taste buds are present. For taste buds, already the question has been asked. इतना detail में हमको study करना है. Then you will be able to answer each and every question from the GK section of Sainik School. Over the surface of tongue, taste buds are present. What is present over the surface of tongue? Taste buds are present. And what is the main function of taste buds? Taste buds help us to recognize the taste. Okay? Taste buds helps to recognize the taste. That is the main function of the taste buds. Okay? This much is clear about the tongue, everyone. And one important thing, write down that tongue is a muscular structure. Tongue is a muscular structure. What is the meaning of muscular structure? That it is made up of muscle. Tongue is a muscular structure. It is made up of muscles. So teeth in the oral cavity, opening of alimentary canal. Starting from opening. Opening of alimentary canal is mouth. Mouth opens into oral cavity, जिसको हम also कहते हैं that this is buccal cavity. Oral cavity और buccal cavity में three structures mainly present होते हैं. What are these three structures? Teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Teeth help us to chew the food. What else function do they perform? Teeth help us to chew the food. How many teeth are there? In adult human there are 32 teeth. And after that, there are 4 types of teeth in Caesar canines, premolars and molars. Then we have tongue. Tongue helps us to speak. Tongue helps us to taste the food. Then over the surface of tongue, what is present? Taste buds are present. And tongue का कैसा structure होता है? Tongue is a muscular structure. That means it is made up of muscles. Okay? Everyone, this much is clear? Yes. If you have any difficulty till this point, you can ask. Clear. Okay. So next structure we have is salivary gland. So salivary glands को हम कहाँ study करेंगे? Salivary glands को हम study करते हैं in the digestive glands. Okay. Harshit, I am from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. Where are you from? Yes, sir. Mokshagna. I am waiting. Write it. Then we will move ahead. Yes. Adil Kanan, write it. I am waiting, beta. लिख लो आप, then we will move. Okay, you are from Haryana. Notes के लिए we actually have the complete study material वंशिका. Okay, वो आप access कर सकते हो पूरे details के लिए. You can contact on the number. Screen पे दिख रहा है. There you can contact. Okay. Written everyone? Done? Should we move ahead? Harshit's from Bihar. Okay. Completed. Okay, so salivary gland we will discuss it. Digestive gland. Next we have to discuss about esophagus. Okay, next part of the alimentary canal is esophagus. First was oral cavity. Next is before esophagus we have pharynx. Okay, before esophagus we have pharynx. What is pharynx? Pharynx is the end, or you call posterior part of study material. Study material, I am saying. Pharynx is the posterior part of posterior को हम क्या कहते हैं? आप याद रख सकते हो end part. Okay? आपके oral cavity का जो last part होता है, the last part of your oral cavity at the very end, that is pharynx. So posterior part of oral cavity. Pharynx is the posterior part of oral cavity. Now, okay, you are writing Khushi. Sorry, beta. I'll just erase one line from next time onwards. Okay. Posterior part of oral cavity. What is the main important question that can come from pharynx? तो ये याद रखना है. Pharynx is a common passage for. It is a common passage for what? Food and air. Okay. So basically जो pharynx है, the way it is connected to digestive system, the same way it is connected to respiratory system. So जब आप air को breathe in करते हो, that air also passes through the pharynx at the same time. जो food हम eat कर रहे हैं, that food also passes through the pharynx. So pharynx is actually a common passage for food and air. So if in the exam question comes, which one among the following is a common passage for food and air? So the answer would be pharynx. What is the common passage for food and air? Pharynx is the common passage for food and air. Understood? What is the common passage for food and air? Pharynx is going to be the common passage for food and air. Next to pharynx, the third part of the digestive system or alimentary canal we have is esophagus. Next we have is esophagus. So esophagus, अगर आप British literature की books read करते हो, so you will find the spelling starting with O. But if you read the book of American origin or by any American author, the spelling will start at E. In the esophagus, O is silent. Pronunciation starts with E. Esophagus. Okay, esophagus. Esophagus. It is also called as food pipe. Okay, it is also called as food pipe. What do we call esophagus? Esophagus is also called as food pipe. Now, when we say food pipe का मतलब क्या होगा? That food passes through this pipe. So, esophagus is actually a pipe-like structure. And what is the main function of esophagus? Esophagus connects your oral cavity to the stomach. तो जो भी आपने food eat किया, you chewed it, and then when you swallowed it, so with the help of esophagus, the swallowed food will reach to the stomach. So what is esophagus? Esophagus is also known as food pipe. It connects oral cavity to stomach. It connects oral cavity to stomach. That is the main function of esophagus. Esophagus is also referred to as food pipe. Yes, it is in the neck, Mokshadna, okay? Alright, from inside of the neck, it passes through a little down, and then we have esophagus, okay? Harshit, we have regular classes, so हम दूसरे ऐप पे conduct करते हैं. For that, you can contact us on the number provided on the screen. Okay, beta? So this was the story of esophagus. Esophagus के बाद जो next part आता है, the next part of the digestive system is stomach, the very important part of digestive system, about which all the time we talk, about which all the time we listen, that is stomach. So mostly stomach. One question that might come here, what is the main function of stomach? So stomach is actually responsible for the storage of food. Stomach stores the food. Okay, stomach stores the food for some time. So when you eat the food passes through, you chew the food passes through food pipe and then it reaches to stomach. Stomach का क्या function है? Stomach will store the food for some time. Okay, one question that comes is, stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure. What exactly is stomach? Stomach in the digestive system is a J-shaped bag-like structure. Okay, stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure. Clear? Stomach के लिए अगर shape आता है, no. Spelling of stomach is correct. Yes, here I have written stomach. Good. Thank you, Harshit. Stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure. So if an exam comes, what is the shape of stomach? What will you write? What will be the shape of stomach? The shape of stomach is J-shaped. And what is the main function of stomach? The main function of stomach is the storage of food. Inside of stomach, certain gastric glands present होते हैं. Okay, like if we draw the shape of stomach, so it is something like this. Okay, like this. The shape of stomach is something like this. Yes. Okay. So यहाँ से क्या आ रहा है? From here we are having esophagus. Okay. This passes into small intestine. Then this is your stomach. So what will happen when you eat food? This food will come and be stored here for some while. Now inside of the food, okay, what is present? Sorry, inside of the stomach, there are cells present here. यहाँ पे inside में काफी सारे different cells हैं. Some of these cells also function as gastric glands. अब these gastric glands will secrete their gastric juices inside the stomach, and जो food हमने eat किया था, that food will get mixed with these gastric juices. So यहाँ पे you can write down gastric glands, and these gastric glands are secreting gastric juices. Okay, so this is gastric glands, and these gastric glands are secreting gastric juices. Yes, correct, Sheetal. You are correct here. Good. So this much is clear to everyone. What is stomach? Stomach का main function होता है storage of food. What is the shape of stomach? J-shaped, and it is a muscular structure. Okay. Next you will write down the gastric glands that are present in stomach. यहाँ पे हमने glands draw किए. These are called as gastric glands. So gastric glands present in stomach secrete gastric juices. What do they secrete? They secrete gastric juices. Okay, so stomach, gastric glands are present inside stomach. What they will do? They will secrete the gastric juices. Gastric juices mix with food. Gastric juices mix with food. What will happen? Gastric juices will mix with food. Okay. And they will help in the digestion of food. One important question that might be there, that you might get in exam, is what is the nature of food in stomach? Nature of food. Food का nature क्या होता है? So nature of food in stomach is acidic. What is the nature of food in stomach? Nature of food in stomach is acidic. Okay. And food present in stomach is called chyme. Food, when it is present in stomach, it is called chyme. What do we call it? We call it chyme. Okay, so this much things you should keep in mind about stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure which is generally muscular. Its main function is to store the food for some time. The inner walls of the stomach contain gastric glands which secrete gastric juices. Food mixed with the gastric juices, and what will happen? It helps in the digestion of food. अगर एग्जाम में पूछते हैं what is the nature of food in stomach, तो आप बताओगे the nature of food in stomach is acidic, and and if it asks what do we call the food when it is present in stomach, so you will write it is called as chyme. Okay, yes, we do have class tomorrow, Harshit. We will have the class tomorrow. Okay, now next part of the digestive system after stomach is small intestine. Okay, next part is small intestine. Now, what is the main function of small intestine? The main function of small intestine is, first of all, it is the longest part of digestive system. Okay, although we call it small, but strangely, small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal. It is the longest part of alimentary canal, or you can write digestive system. तो small क्यों कह रहे हैं हम? Because in comparison to large intestine, the diameter of small intestine is small. Okay? Because in comparison of large intestine, जो small intestine का diameter है, that is small. That's why we are calling it as small intestine. But small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Okay, it is one of the longest part. Okay, quickly write it, everyone. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal. No, that's why we do not call it small शीतल. No, जो diameter होता है of small intestine, that is small in comparison to large intestine. Okay. Small intestine is somewhere around 2.5 to 3 centimeter wide. On the other hand, large intestine आपकी 4.7 centimeter wide होती है. तो देखने में when you look from the diameter, small intestine small ही दिखेगी and large intestine आपको large दिखेगी. But when we discuss lengthwise small intestine is longer. Understood? Main function of small intestine is absorption of nutrients from the food. Yes, Harshit, my name is Akshata. Okay, Kushi. Hello, Rudra. Main function of small intestine is absorption of nutrients from the food. Okay, जितने भी nutrients हैं, only what are nutrients? We discussed about those components, carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, all of these. Okay, they will be absorbed in the small intestine. Where will the absorption takes place? The absorption will take place in small intestine. Small intestine is mainly composed of how many parts? Small intestine is composed of 3 parts. Okay. Small intestine is consists of 3 parts. Okay. What are these 3 parts called? The 3 parts of small intestine are called duodenum, ileum and jejunum. Duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Okay, this is very important. The 3 parts of small intestine are duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Okay, ये याद रखना है. So, what is the main function? Absorption of nutrients from the food. 3 parts of small intestine: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Any difficulty to anyone till now? You can ask. Any difficulties? Anyone? No difficulties. Okay. Written. And the last part of the digestive system we have is large intestine. What is the second one? Jejunum. Jejunum. And the last one is ileum. 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 Okay. And then after this we have the last one. The last part of the digestive system, that is large intestine. That is the large intestine. So imagine how many parts are there in the digestive system. Simply जो हम food eat करते हैं उसको कितने processes के through pass होना पड़ता है. From how many organs it has to pass? Mouth, teeth, tongue, salivary glands, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, duodenum, ileum, jejunum, then at the end large intestine, and वहाँ पे जाके what happens? That is where the digestion stops. So digestion is quite a long process. What is intestine? Intestine, Rudra, is a part of digestive system that is responsible for absorption of nutrients of food. Okay. My local language, Harshit, is Hindi, but my mother tongue is Marathi. Okay. My local language is Hindi, but my mother tongue is Marathi. Okay, so large intestine. Large intestine. So small intestine opens into large intestine. Where does small intestine open? Small intestine opens into large intestine. Yes, Harshit, we do have online classes and we do have online classes and online courses as well. Okay. So, small intestine, where does it open? It opens into large intestine. Now, large intestine को हम large intestine क्यों कह रहे हैं? Lengthwise, large intestine is smaller. But हम उसको small कह रहे हैं because हम उसको large कह रहे हैं because it is wider in diameter. Okay, it is wider in diameter. And what is the main function of लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन? तो ये आप याद रखोगे, द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन इज absorption of water and minerals from the food. The main function of large intestine is absorption of water and minerals from the food. Understood this much? The main function of large intestine is absorption of water and minerals from food. जितना भी हमारा digested fruit था, okay? So all of that, from that, water and minerals will get absorbed. And after this, first क्या हुआ? The food was stored in stomach, then the digestion happened, and after that, what happened? After that, nutrients absorption of nutrient took place in small intestine. Absorption of water and mineral took place in large intestine. अब जो भी बचा था food में से, that is undigested waste. Okay, that is undigested waste. So the undigested waste is removed from the body as fecal matter. It is removed from the body as fecal matter. So this was all about the digestion. Digestion starts in the mouth. How does it start in the mouth? The salivary gland secretes an enzyme called salivary amylase, जिससे starch का digestion होता है. ठीक है, ये अभी हमको पढ़ना है, ये हम कल पढ़ेंगे. So digestion starts in mouth. The digestive system starts with mouth and it ends at the end of large intestine. अब किसी को भी digestive system में कहीं पे भी डाउट है, so you can ask. और अगर आप ये 3 to 4 lectures digestive system के thoroughly पढ़ोगे, एक एक notes, whatever I have written on the board, you will write that down, you will take your notes, you will practice this. Additionally, आप study material practice करोगे Knowell Bell का, or you will practice the short notes I am giving you on Telegram. इतना आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे, टेस्ट एंड डाइजेशन से कोई भी क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, for this I can take a guarantee, I can assure you कि कोई भी क्वेश्चन आपका मिस नहीं होगा. टेस्ट एंड डाइजेशन से कोई भी क्वेश्चन आएगा तो इन 3 लेक्चर्स के बाहर तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं जाएगा, इन 3 लेक्चर्स में ही रहेगा. ठीक है? बॉडी एज फीकल मैटर, FAECAL, फीकल मैटर. ओके, okay, so now I know Harshal how to speak Marathi, but I won't be speaking it in the class. Okay. Pharynx, रुद्र गेमिंग. Pharynx जो है, it is present at the end of oral cavity और ये common passage होता है food and air के लिए. तो आप air breathe in करते हो, that air also passes through pharynx. The food you eat, that food also passes through pharynx. Okay. Any difficulty to anyone in this? No difficulties. Okay. So what is the next topic that we should study in the science portion or in the GK portion? क्या study करना है next topic? More time classes, Harshit. I our online classes actually sum up at, ask Khushi. Khushi joins online classes, so our online classes sums up at 8 and I start your classes at 8:15. Okay, so this is the only timing that is actually available with me. Morning mein everyone has schools in the morning, we cannot conduct the live classes. Okay, now quickly let me know, sports and games study karna hai. Mokshangna wants to study sports and games. Anyone else? What else topic we should discuss? Food preservation. Khushi. Okay. So sports and games के लिए we will have the quiz kind of class जहाँ पे we will be having a lot of questions and with the questions only we will finish the entire morning time. Don't you people have schools in the morning? That's why I don't conduct the classes in the morning because I think सबके schools होते हैं morning में. Food preservation, sports, okay. Drawing. Drawing is not there in the syllabus, Harshit. Okay. Maths, okay, we will do it. Okay. Yes, you do have schools, Khushi. Okay, so bye everyone. Now we will be summing up the class. Tomorrow we will finish the topic of taste and digestion. We will practice a few questions and then we will start with sports and games or we will start with your food preservation. Okay, so bye everyone. Good night. We will be summing up the class and आप लोगों को क्या करना है? Make sure to subscribe the channel Knowell Bell, press the like button. And thank you so much हर्षित. रेशो भी हम लोग स्टडी करेंगे. A lot of you are having difficulties in ratio. रेशो भी हम लोग स्टडी करेंगे. ठीक है, तो okay, thank you so much Mokshangna. Bye everyone. Good night. Thank you so much Harshit. Thank you Khushi. So tomorrow we will meet again at 8:15 p.m. Same timing and same channel Knowell Bell. Okay, so bye everyone. Good night.